And now on Great Day TV, the great Amy Howell is here with Visit Indiana, and we're going to talk about some cool places to go in this heat, right?
Absolutely. Cooling off in Indiana. Where do you go?
Cooling off. It's very hot out there. So, and oftentimes I think people think there's no water around here. There's no place to go unless you go to a pool. Wrong.
Wrong. We're going to start with our Great Lake in northern Indiana.
Okay.
So Northwest Indiana, home to the Indiana Dunes National Park and State Park.
Oh.
So you have miles of sandy shores and dunes. You can kite surf, you can swim, you can picnic, you can hike, you can do whatever you want. And this time of year, Lake Michigan actually feels good.
Lake Michigan is the largest lake?
The largest of the Great Lakes.
Well, it's the Great Lakes. Okay.
Yes.
I remember reading that in her notes. All right. Next, what you got?
So we're going to stay up north in Whiting, also in the Northwest Indiana. Whiting on Lake Michigan. There is a big, large inflatable. So think of a bounce house on the lake. Slides, tubes, you name it, and it's very large out in the middle of Lake Michigan. These are for your active thrill seekers.
Oh, and next?
Next, we are going to go to the other side north of the state, so northeast Indiana at Pokagon State Park.
What's that called again?
Pokagon State Park.
Okay.
Home of Lake James. The Potawatomi Inn sits there from DNR, and they got a beach, and you can boat, you can do whatever. But Steuben County itself has more than 100 lakes up there anyway. So
wow.
You can boat, you can fish, you can tube, you can do whatever.
Oh, whoa. See, I learned so much.
Learn something new every day.
And next, one more.
Next, two more. We're going to go southern Indiana, so southeastern part of the state, Madison, Indiana, right on the Ohio River. And every 4th of July weekend, there's a big regatta down there. However, any other time you can get on a boat called the Rockin' Thunder. I mean, it goes fast. It goes towards Louisville and comes back. So it's speedboat. I don't know if it's your style or not, Patty.
Oh, I love boats. I grew up in Indian Lake, Ohio. I had boats.
Perfect.
I had grew up. In fact, I used to when I was a kid. My parents would take me out in a Chris Craft to go one of those big wooden boats.
Yes,
you know, because that's the only way to go to sleep.
But do you like speedboats?
Oh yeah.
See, I knew I liked her for a reason.
Okay, and then one more.
If speedboats aren't your thing, you can be calm and go to Patoka Lake, also in southern Indiana. They've got wine cruises, they've got foliage cruises in the fall. You can rent your own pontoon boat that has a slide. That's called the party boat. So you can amp it up some. Okay. But you could just take a pontoon. They have the only floating cabins in the state, so you can stay right there.
Floating cabins?
They have houseboats and floating cabins, so you can sleep on the water. So water everywhere. There's so many more I could tell you. But if you need a place to cool off in Indiana, go to visitindiana.com.
Visitindiana.com.
Yeah.
You see what she did there? Wonderful. You're so smart.
Well, thank you.
I learn things all the time.
Well, I'm always happy to be here and share my wisdom with you.
Oh, and share whatever you know. Thank you.
Thank you, Patty.
Okay. Amy Howell, visitindiana.com. Go out and get wet and cool. Okay. We'll be back with more. Stay with us.